something to start with. Let's see here. Do it like this. And that way, when I'm painting, you can actually see what I'm painting. That's the idea anyway. That's the idea. Alright, let's see now. What colors do we want to start with today? I like green. I'm feeling green today. Let's do green. Start with some green. You know, I was thinking about what did I just do with that? Oh, God bless. Here it is. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to use that. We're going to do this. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We'll start with some green. Just in the mood to be, you know, it's funny. I kind of feel like what I'd really like to be doing is writing. I have some ideas that are really coming up and trying to form inside my brain, but I'm not quite there. I feel like I'd be staring at the computer, and before I know it, I will have gotten lost in 8 to 10 hours of just being in the writing program, and, you know, it's kind of hard to do that when I have to do other things too. It's like, yeah, see what we did with that. Alright, that's a good start. Oops, I got paint on me. It happens. Oh well. Let's go back to this green. I'm really liking this green. What we're gonna do. So, has anybody been up late at night to see the Pleiades? I think that's what they're called. That the shooting stars, the storms of shooting stars that we get to see in August every year, and I can't remember the name of it. Does anybody remember the name of it? I keep forgetting. I go to sleep and I forget to get up and do it. But I want to, oh, you know what? We want to add some of the light green too. I think this is going to be good. I keep meaning to, like, set my alarm for 2 in the morning to go out and look at the shooting stars, but of course I never remember by the time it's time to be doing such things. So, and also you got to kind of like drive to areas that are not don't have so much light pollution, right? If you want to see those the shooting stars really well. But supposedly, I think tomorrow night might be the night that's supposed to be the best for those shooting stars. Alright. Got going on here. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate and... Oh yeah, I was talking about shooting stars. I wondered if anybody else had gone out to watch the shooting stars that I can't remember the name of, but happens every August. Anyway, the next couple evenings it's supposed to be the best. Alright, see, we're getting somewhere with this. Now, I'm going to add, let's do some yellow. If you like what you see, please tap the screen. I like the likes. I guess people don't do that all the time, do they? Is this close enough? Can you guys actually see what I'm doing here? Yeah, nobody's in here, but I'll still hang out and paint, because I'm going to post this video later. I don't have music going in the background specifically today, because I'm going to download this later, and I'll post it to my YouTube. So if you only pop in for a minute, but you want to, like, check back and, like, watch how the painting progresses and at a later time, follow me on YouTube. I've got a YouTube page. Just look for Charlie's Abstract Perspectives. I have a few different things on there, and let's see here. That's how we're doing so far. Yeah, I have a Patreon. I have a YouTube page. I have some old audio podcasts I did a few years back on Patreon. The sound quality isn't great, but you know, if you've got like the headphones that cancel out the static or whatever, the content I think was really good. I just don't know how to make podcasts very well. That's okay. It was an art form that I played with because I like sound. I'm really into sound. So anyway, if you like it, please tap the screen. And follow me if you're not already following me. And if you are, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I have, my website is abstractperspectives.weebly.com. I have artwork, writing, merchandise, of course. You know, everybody's trying to make a living somehow, right? Links to both of my published books are on that website, and that's abstractperspectives.weebly.com. And then there's links to some of my other social media stuff. Like I said, I have a Patreon. There's different videos and audio there. And then I have art merchandise, stretch canvas prints available of some of my other paintings, and my art photography that I have linked that's available on my Zazzle page. It's all linked on my website. So I try to like link all the different projects up together on my website as a central place for people to find stuff. And that's abstractperspectives.weebly.com. Let's see here. I think this needs orange. Huh. Alright. Let's see here. Come on. I really would love to get to the point where I could afford better quality paints, though. I gotta say. I think the stretched canvas prints of my artwork that you can buy online through my website are probably the best deal if you want good quality, because those I taken photographs of paintings, or I have digital artwork, and that then you're getting professional quality reproduction on stretched canvas of that photograph. And especially when I'm on a tight budget and the only uh, paints that I can afford to buy are these really low quality paints, it might look really cool for the first year or two, but the reality is the better quality of your paints, the longer that painting is going to last. Like if you buy a painting and 50 years from now you're looking at it on your wall, is it still going to look just as good as when you bought it new? If it's not a good quality paint, then the answer is no. So the thing is when you buy the stretch canvas reproductions, it's a good quality reproduction that that print is going to last a long time. Put this down. And it's a professional grade quality. Now the image, while the image might be great, if I can't afford to use professional grade quality paints, then it affects the longevity of the original. But that doesn't mean that it's going to affect the longevity of the reproductions, which is why I put the pictures that I am the most fond of up for sale as stretch canvas prints. And those links are, like I said, you can find that on my website, and that's abstractperspectives.weebly.com. All right. Let's see here. Let's turn this so that it's going this way. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, and then we're going to do lighter green. This. Get my layers in here of the light green. See, we've got the layers in there of the light green, but that's not how it's going to stay. So I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm not going to twist or spin at all. I'm just patting it down a little, because now it has more definition. And then I'm going to go back with the orange and do the same thing. I don't want so much paint that it'll drip, but I want it to layer with it and blend a little. I want to maintain the color without blending a little. And anyway, you'll see. So I said earlier that I really want to be writing. And I do, but I'm not quite ready to sit down and dedicate that amount of time to that activity, and because once I start writing, I will. I don't think we're gonna pat that one down. I think I am gonna leave it just like that. Once I start writing, the whole world passes me by. Hours and hours go by. I forget to eat. I won't sleep. I'm not good at interacting with other people, or get grumpy when I have to stop what I'm doing to like go do something else. Because I get so in the groove, like I don't want to stop. Everything else disappears. I don't know. But I have to have all of my thoughts all put together and ready before I sit down. And so, what I do, part of the painting is me getting all those thoughts put together and ready to sit down at the keyboard and really work on writing. So I'm almost done with the Book of Spirituals. But I've got a good portion in on book 3 of my fictionalized memoirs. Where's the light? There we go. And I thought I'd take a break from the memoirs and to finish writing the book of my book of spirituals, but some things have been happening, clicking in my brain recently, and now I'm really inspired to go back and work on book 3 some more. And that's, I don't know. But I don't have it all put together yet. I'm not ready to sit down at the keyboard. There's a lot that you process when you're writing memoirs. And mine are fictionalized, so I have that ability to use creative license to not talk about things that I don't want to talk about. And yet, there's so many uncomfortable parts of the story that are just absolutely necessary to convey the feeling that I want to share with people. So if you haven't checked it out on my website, I have, whoop, it went down. What do you think so far? Okay. I have to rotate this. Let me here so you can see. There we go. Wow. The way that looks on the thing, it looks like there's no color, but as you can see, there is color. That's funny. That's funny to me. Anyway. Oh yeah, the books. So, my first fictionalized memoir is called Aimless. Memoirs of a Life in Transition. And then book 2 is called Shadows of Fire. Memoirs of a Life in Transition. I don't know what I'm going to call book 3 yet. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll know better when when I'm in the final editing process, I think. Let's see what's happening here. Anyway. So, the premise of the fictionalized memoirs is that I was assigned female at birth. I don't know if you think I look female or not, but whatever. I know most women don't have an Adam's apple, and I do. Anyway, I was assigned female at birth. When I was a little kid in counseling, they put me through treatment that is something like conversion therapy for a couple years. She really glammed me up, made me the girl that loves to wear matching outfits with their skirts and all that stupid nonsense. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with wanting your outfits to match, don't get me wrong. It's just the way she used me like a doll just to make herself feel good about what she was doing. I don't know. There's a little bitterness there, too. It's true. But, anyway, it affected the way my life moved forward. The way I moved forward through my life is more accurate. And, my adolescence was pretty rough, and, well, to be honest, I didn't figure out I was transgender until I was 35 years old, so I had 2 kids and a couple failed marriages in there. So, the books, talk about that. The way dysphoria affected the way I handled challenges and responsibilities, I guess. The thing is if I had known that I was transgender, maybe I would have transitioned earlier. Maybe I wouldn't have had my kids. Right? So in that regard, I don't regret the timeline at all. However, it's very challenging. It's very traumatizing. And I feel like sharing the story, maybe other people that read the story, it will help them as they process what they're going through, maybe in real time even. That would be even better. I don't know what you guys want to know about me. Nobody ever asked me any questions on here. It's nice that you like to watch me paint, though. It's funny. I've always talked to myself. It helps me practice for when I have to talk to other people, I guess. So that when somebody asks me a question, it's not the first time I've answered it. I practiced that answer. I think I'm so eloquent that I can spit words out like I know something. I don't know. I do know stuff. I just took me 7 years to write the first book. Editing, making sure it was right, and then there was still mistakes. And then I republished a second edition with new cover art. There's still more mistakes, even though I edited so much. You know, I mean, it just gets to a point where I think you get the idea, and are you really paying $25 for a new book because you don't expect there to be any typos in it? Are you paying $25 for a new book because you're really interested in the content or you want to support the author? Are you going to be disappointed if there's a couple typos in it? I don't think I've ever read a book that didn't have at least a couple typographical errors in it. Honestly, like, even school textbooks. It's so funny to me. Anyway, yeah, put that there. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? Tell me, do you see? What do you see growing? Do you see under the sea? Do you see it yet? This is a work in progress. I'm going to stop because I need to let this layer of paint dry. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys watch next time. Have a great day.